What's going on, everybody in the VC? Craig back, showered and shaved and ready to do a recent finds video. Hope everybody's doing well. Got a big lot of stuff I bought off of Discogs, some eBay stuff, and a few that I purchased over the weekend from my normal spot that has all the $3 vinyl. So let's get right into those. In the background, GTR. If you watch my VCLT from LJ, you'll see I got this on cassette. Playing in the background, sounds great, buddy. Alright, $3 vinyl. Some pretty cool ones here. Down on the Farm by Little Feat. I need to look at their discography. I think I'm pretty much closed out on the Lowell George period. Haven't looked recently, so I need to check. I just knew I needed that one. Can finally close out on the Police. Regatta de Blanc. Such a killer album. I've been on the hunt for this for so long, so to find a near mint copy for $3, yeah. Ramatam? Yep. I actually had never heard of this, so I saw it on the VC Facebook page a few weeks back, and I had seen this while digging probably about a month or so ago at the spot, and had seen that Mitch Mitchell was on it and stuff like that, but really just didn't want to pull the trigger. Had a bunch of other stuff I was buying, so finally decided to pull the trigger, and very, very happy. I gave it a cursory listen and I really dug it, so it'll definitely see some more play action as time goes on. And the last one, Rough Mix by Pete Townshend and Ronnie Lane. Pete Townshend obviously from The Who, Ronnie Lane from The Faces. This was really good. I have seen this album a ton of times digging. I mean, 7 times out of 10 that I've went on most of my digs, I've seen that album. And just seen it so much, I kind of go, probably don't need it, but since I am a big Pete Townshend fan, a big Who fan, and shit like that, I figure I might as well get it, especially with the condition that's in. I mean, it's almost fucking, like, brand new. So, for $3, I had to take a chance, and well worth it. Anybody who's a Pete Townshend fan, check that album out. Really good. Alright, on to the eBay finds. Okay. Didn't do a good job of organizing before this. Alright. Only 2 here. I've got a couple more coming in the mail, but I'll save those for a later video. First one up. A little more Marianne Faithfull. So I've got Broken English in the background. Dangerous Acquaintances. Now notice, still sealed. Picked this one up for $8. Free shipping. Have not cracked it open yet. Just got it on Saturday, so and it being the holiday weekend and everything else, I've been super busy with work, so I haven't had a chance to really spend much or get a chance to crack that one open. Actually it came on Friday, never mind, I had the day off. I had other stuff I was spending and then holiday shopping, so whatever, no excuse. I will crack it open and listen to it. Great album. This next one, honestly, if I could find a sealed copy or an import copy or an import sealed copy, that would take grail status. But this copy has to take grail status right now. Red by King Crimson. Probably my favorite King Crimson album. Easy pick right here. This was probably the 3rd album that I'd ever heard by King Crimson, being Discipline and then In the Court of the Crimson King around the same time. And then this album, and I mean, fuck, dude. How can you deny this album? I mean, top to bottom, no filler whatsoever. An amazing album. I mean, the first time I heard this, I thought, shit, like, how am I as a musician ever going to top this? And there's no way. No possible way. And I've been outbidded so many times on copies of this, it's not even funny. So I ended up with shipping and everything, I think I paid like 17-18 And I mean, a little wear on the spine, obviously a cutout, but I mean, a little bit of ring wear. The vinyl is dead mint. I mean, the guy said he'd gotten it secondhand and it was in excellent shape. That thing is fucking mint, man. I mean, kudos. So happy to finally get a copy of that in the collection. So, on to some Discogs finds. First one up, major props to LJ and Dwayne for this one. Dwayne showed it first in his one and done contest response video, and I was like, huh, alright, well, you know, if he digs it, you know, might be something I'm into, so checked it out. I was like, alright, you know, I think I might get it, but I had some other stuff that I wanted to buy first. I mean, this is only a couple bucks, but I couldn't pass it up. So I kind of sat on it, and then LJ showed not only the vinyl, but also the cassette of this album, and I said, fuck it, I have to get it. Both of them got it, I need to have it. Tyranny by the Stabilizers. What an amazing, amazing synth pop album. I mean, top to bottom, so good. I wish they would have done more. And oddly enough, I was so surprised that I A, found it for a couple bucks in beautiful shape, but that I also found it while I was digging too, like maybe a few days later. And I was like, how? Okay, this album's pretty rare. I mean, I don't think it'd be that common since it wasn't like a huge hit, but to find it here in the Midwest kind of blew my mind a little bit. Whoa. And I mean, it was about the same price, but it was in a little bit worse shape. So, same with Red too. I had never seen that digging ever. I had never seen that album, and I found it 2 days after I bought it. Found it at the record store, but same price as what I paid online and in worse shape. So, hey, I'll take it. So, next two were actually funny story. So, I was in the mood for, you know, I need some OMD in the collection. I'm like, alright, fuck it. Let's go ahead and get some. So, I decide to buy this album. You know, figured, why the hell not? I've got their greatest hits on CD, and I figured this would be a good way to kind of sum up, you know, the first couple albums on vinyl, and in beautiful, beautiful shape for only a few bucks. So I was like, yeah, sure, why the hell not? So I ordered it. It comes a few days later, but when I opened up the box, this album was inside. Another OMD album, Crush. Now, not the album I was wanting. So I contacted the seller and I'm like, hey, you sent me OMD, but the wrong album. So, being the kind guy that he was, he sent me the self-titled, well, OMD, as it's called, album back out and said I could keep Crush for free. So I'm like, 2 for the price of 1. Pretty awesome. And so the OMD collection has slowly begun to build. So very, very happy. And if you're a big British synth pop, you know, well, synth pop later, more obviously electronic and stuff, but they were still very popish, but they were, you know, very early synth, a little bit darker, great music. In all reality, just check it out. If you're into synthesizers at all, check out Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. You're gonna love them. You won't regret it. Alright, now, last purchase that I made on Discogs, which all came today, a total of 13 albums. Now, I bought from the seller. It said if you purchased over $35 worth of stuff, it was free shipping. So I'm like, alright, there was a ton of stuff that I was interested in, really, really cheap stuff. I'm like, I can fill out some of my holes. Alright, I'm in. So, I got everything up. It was like 36 bucks. And he took a percentage off, gave me a discount, because if you bought so many from him, he gave a percentage off as a discount. So it ended up being like just over $29 for 13 albums. And I'm like, fuck yeah. All the conditions looked, you know, amazing. A bunch of near mint, very good, VG plus, all this stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll bite. Some stuff still in the shrink. You know, really, really cool. I get the package, open it up. First one on top. Let's see if I actually kind of kept them in somewhat order. You know what? Okay, here we go. Alright, we'll kind of start it off here. Was El Dorado by ELO, or Electric Light Orchestra for long. Now, he had this listed as a VG Plus cover. I, on the other hand, would call this more of a VG. Was a little disappointed. The vinyl was a BG plus, and I would say so. After a good kind of cleaning and stuff, I would say it'll play just fine, but I definitely could use an upgrade on the cover. I'm not a big fan of that, but I think I only paid like maybe $1 for this. I mean, most of these I paid $1, $2. There's only a couple that were actually like a few more than just $1. But, you know, I'm pretty satisfied. If, I'll point out a couple here and there that if anybody has a copy that's in better shape, let me know, and maybe we could do some sort of trade, or if you just want to send it my way, you know, we'll figure out something for some VCLT. I don't know. Alright, I'm kind of just going order it in the stack here. Next Position Please by Cheap Trick, still in the shrink. One thing I was disappointed about, I only paid $3 for this, but said the vinyl was never played. I beg to differ a little bit. There's a few minor scuffs on there, but nothing to deter me. I mean, I can't say I'm pissed off. I left him positive feedback. So here's one that really pissed me off. I think it was only like 88 cents, but he said the cover was very good. I wouldn't say that's very good, being that there's tape, the spine's pretty much gone, and I mean, it looks like you just kind of threw it around like a fucking frisbee. The vinyl, on the other hand, Jesus, I mean, look at this, falling out of the fucking cover. The vinyl's in pretty good shape, so I mean, it'll make a good listening copy for now, but Flaunt the Imperfection by China Crisis. If anybody caught my cassette video, you know I bought a bunch of China Crisis on cassette, I think 3. Had to look from here. 3 China Crisis. This is one I didn't get on cassette, but I was looking forward to having a nice copy. Now I'm gonna need a fucking upgrade, which kind of sucks. But I mean, for, you know, right around, I think it was less than $1 actually. I can't complain. Some more OMD, The Pacific Age. Now this obviously cover in beautiful, beautiful shape, as with the vinyl. So pretty excited about that one. Guilty Pleasure, Fantastic by Wham. I'm very, very happy to have this one. This one still in the shrink. Vinyl's in amazing shape. Can't complain about that. Fascination by the Human League. That's definitely one you don't find too often with, you know, without having some ring wear. Couple from Night Ranger, Midnight Madness. Now these two I was very, very happy to find that they were both as stated in, I believe it said near mint, which vinyl-wise near mint. Covers, a little bit of wear, but I mean, I'll give it to them. I mean, I think they were only like $1 a piece. Here's one that I was really kind of pissed about, even though it was only like $2. The Hurting by Tears for Fears. Now notice, no mention of, hey, there's a T written on the cover, or that the cover is actually kind of tattered. But some of the prices I saw it going for on eBay made me go, hey, you know what, $2, I'll go ahead and I'll bite. But that, China Crisis, and ELO, if anybody's keeping track, those are ones that I need upgrades. Here's one that I don't need an upgrade for. Kingfish, self-titled. Still in the shrink, in beautiful, beautiful shape. Did not mention there was a corner cut, but hey, you know, when's the point that you draw the line and say you're just being greedy and bitchy? I mean, I think this is only a couple bucks, so fuck it, why not? Vanilla Fudge. Now this is an OG, I believe, on the tan and purple Atco label. Said there was a few smudges, or said there was lots of smudge. Not so much on the smudge, but more on the scuffs, and I think there's some fairly good scratches on this. But I mean, that's just being greedy, and I think it was only a couple bucks. So still in the shrink though, so I was pretty happy about that. This one pissed me off. Boy by U2. Now 83 repressing. Said it was near mint, both cover and vinyl. Now vinyl, I could see almost a near mint minus. Little bit of cleaning I need to do it, but the cover, on the other hand, I would not call this a near mint. Creases, shit like that, but I mean, I'm not gonna bitch on that one. I'm sorry, I'm getting really bitchy. But, you know, just saying, if you're gonna sell stuff on like a Discogs or an eBay, be a little bit more honest. You know, take the time out. Even if you're selling hundreds and hundreds of, you know, albums, still try to be at least a little honest, you know, and really pinpoint things. I make sure to do that when I'm selling stuff, you know, do some common decency. You're offering discounts though, free shipping, really, really cheap prices on stuff. I understand, but come on, I'm not getting to thumb through this and look at it, you know, for face value right off the bat and kind of give it my once over, because with some of that stuff, I wouldn't even bought it in the first place. I would have just put it right back and been, you know what, I don't need it that bad. So, oh well. Here's one that I was very satisfied with. Shout at the Devil, my Motley Crue. Still in the shrink, gatefold, vinyl is in really nice shape. Only thing that kind of sucks, no pentagram on the cover. But, you know, it's kind of hard to find this album for, you know, less than $10 around here and it not be shot up. Almost every copy I've seen and then consequently passed on. Tons of ringwear. Vinyl is, you know, seen better days. You know, metalheads in the 80s not taking care of their vinyl very well. And just, you know, way too overpriced. I mean, I'm not going to take the plunge on some albums when they're that bad of, you know, bad of shape. But hey, you know, whatever. Can't complain. It's an online buy, and that's the thing that happens when you do blind buys like that. So, no big deal. Anyway, I am going to close this one out. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you to all of my subscribers, new and old. Love you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Probably be my contest video, more than likely. So, everybody take care and I'll see you soon. Peace.